Welcome to the Superlatively Yes podcast. I am your host, Tanya Smith.
And I'm your other host, Jen McCrodden.
Hey, Jen. How's it going?
Good. How are you?
I'm good. Listen, folks, listeners, today we are recapping it all. From my golden garage dreams, baby Archer's big debut, and a house full of Leightons who healed us in ways we didn't even know we needed.
Plus, we dive into laundromat bars, board game cafes, and how we could build a small empire on recliners, Diet Cokes, kittens, and freshly laundered clothes. Oh, and menopause. Judy Bloom, we're going to need a sequel.
Right. Hey, God, it's me, menopause.
Exactly.
Something to that effect.
Right.
So buckle up, friends. It's Garage Gold, Jello Salad Trauma, and Deep Dish Revelations. Let's get into it. Here we go. Sorry about the hair. I washed it last night and just let it dry, and it's a little bit Monica in Hawaii.
I'm Monica in Hawaii.
It's a lot Monica in Hawaii. And, you know, here's my thought. It is so hot. Why are we doing hair? Why is anyone doing hair?
You said to me the other day, we were on were we on FaceTime? I don't know. We were doing something, maybe Marco Polo. And I had just finished curling my hair. Mm-hmm. And you said, I'm watching your hair literally fall as we speak.
Yes. It was about a 70-second Marco Polo, and I watched your hair go. I watched it. I watched it just sink down straight. And I said, you're going to have to put some Velcro rollers in that. I don't know what we're going to do, but what we're doing is not working. Clearly. Look at my hair. Also, there's probably flies in my hair because we are living with an unnatural amount of flies this summer. Is it just me?
No, it's all the water. It's the monsoon that we just lived through all of
mercy.
May and June.
Well, I mean, okay, the heat, the flies, and let me tell you, the humidity, because it's the corn sweat. The corn sweat is causing
what? What?
Jordan told me a couple days ago that the reason it's so humid in the Midwest is because of the corn sweat. Okay, in case you're not understanding me, CORN, sweat. And I thought, now my child has lost her ever-loving TikTok mind. I Google it. It's on every major news network that the Midwest, the corn, like, gives off all this evaporation, so many gallons per, I don't know, and it causes humidity. And so the Midwesterners call it the corn sweat, and they blame the humidity on it.
I have never heard this in my entire life.
I think it's true. You know what? And here's what I'm thinking. I have lived through heat waves since the 70s, and no one has ever said, you know what?
Corn sweat.
The corn sweat.
Not one time. I'm 50-something years old, and this is my first understanding that the whole
making things up now. I mean, yes. Don't blame things on corn. Come on. What has corn done to you?
It has never done anything. Corn's never done anything. Bless. Another natural disaster brought to you by corn.
Right, sure.
That makes logical sense.
Now they're going to ban the corn, and I cannot live in a life without some cream corn on the Thanksgiving, right?
Let's ban okra. I mean, if I get a vote.
I know, but I'm going to override you on that one. I'm veto because I actually do like the okra. My dad and I were talking last night about roasted okra and fried okra, and I was like, wow, we have actually found the end of things to talk about. How to roast your okra properly.
Yes. Well, I love that you have very diverse conversations. I'm not sure I've ever talked about roasted okra with another human being ever. That's so precious.
Okay. I know, me either. And pardon me, Sweet Miguel is outside doing something directly outside of the podcast window. So
that is, it's a podcast day. So I lightning, traffic, lawn care, loss of electricity, attic man. We had options, and today it's Miguel.
And from the sound of it, he's cutting down every tree that I own, is what it sounds like, with the chainsaw right by the window.
The good news is we cannot hear that, so you're fine.
Okay, good.
You feel safe. We're good.
Because I want him to feel free to do whatever he's doing, right?
Absolutely.
Oh, okay. What are we talking about?
Well, what's been going on with you? What have you been doing? It's been a minute since we've been with our listeners, so we need to catch up.
Okay, let me apologize to our listeners for the lapse. You know why. We were just unable to get in front of this camera and these microphones and do anything since June because we just miss Jarrett so much. But as we talked and we got through the last podcast, which was very difficult, we were just saying Jarrett would say, go on with the show. So we're going on with the show. And he would enjoy what I did in the garage. I never thought I would paint a garage pink, but here we are. And
It's
I
not
think
it's not your
good.
normal garage color. I'm gonna say that. Not everyone in the world is like, you know what? I need a pink garage.
No.
But it's very on brand. It's very on brand with you. And I've been there and it is delightful. So share every detail with our listeners.
Well, and it's only 3/4 of the garage. The other 1/4, they split down like the middle, then where Sean parks and then where the other two cars are. And his is camouflage floors.
Well,
But, and then, some sort of paint color that's like worn leather, some very
yeah.
masculine.
Brute man or
Yeah.
something.
It's like, smells like a man. So
Outside sweat color.
gross,
Yes.
right? But you were with me when I finally found the right proportion of pink.
Listen, folks, you don't even know how many cans of pink paint were in that garage. We painted little squares all over that garage. This is too pink. This is too light. And then Tanya was just like, I've had it. She took 2 cans. She poured both of them out. She mixed it up. She painted a big old swatch and we both went, that's the
it.
one.
That's
the
it.
one. Yeah.
And I've learned since then that if you mix pink with white, you're basically just getting white. But if you mix pink with pink, you get a different color of pink. I don't know if that's really scientific, but that's what happened with me and Sherwin-Williams. And so here's what that did for Sean: double the price on every gallon of paint that we used.
You know, he was there when we were painting swatches on the garage wall, and you know what? He gave his 2 thumbs up. He was
Right.
for it. And
Yes.
hats off, kudos to Sean Smith because he
Absolutely.
was absolutely about a pink garage. He wanted it to be exactly what you wanted it to be. And I will say your bright pink door. Now, friends, if you've not seen this garage, please rush right on out
Hot pink.
to Instagram and check that out. And it is a below your hair back pink door.
Yeah.
And Sean was like, that's the color for the door. I mean, he was the first to say it.
And then we did the black and white steps leading up to the door, the hot
So
pink door, fuchsia. Listen, he said to me, you are only going to probably paint this garage one time. Make sure that it's the two exact, make sure everything is exactly the way that you want it. Take your time, whatever it takes, like whatever, just do it. And
Yeah.
so the Sherwin-Williams said, well, we can't mix 2 colors of paint together. And I said, really, watch this. And so they said, well, we'll have to do that to every gallon. And I said,
Right.
And they
That's
said,
yeah.
are you sure? And I said, because you don't offer a different pink.
Mhm.
They had nothing to compare. So that was pretty funny. Sorry. Now Miguel is like, right. I think Miguel's coming in the podcast room with
Okay.
the leaf blower.
Well, we've wanted to have a guest, and so if Miguel is up for it,
He'd be a great guest, He's seen a lot through the years. He's been part of the Smith family for a long time. Okay, now the floor, though. Okay, let me tell you what started it all. I went to At Home a few months ago. I found this very large canvas, like a slick canvas of, I would say, a tropical scene that had some pink and green in it. And I said, this I could build a garage around.
again, not many people, but perfectly on brand. I mean,
It was time
it looks
to
just
redo our
like
garage. Let me just say that it had to be painted some color, and the garage floor had to be done in some color. So it was a perfect time to redo it. So the garage experts of Northwest Arkansas came over and they showed me the options. And pink floors to me did not look nice. I couldn't go with it. And he was holding one back, and I said, "What? That looks like gold." And he said, "Sure, it is gold mica flakes." we could put them. I said, I don't want any more color. That's it. We're done. I'm going to have a gold floor. So up close, it looks like shimmering streets of gold. I am exaggerating, but from a distance, it looks like a beach where the sun was like hitting
Yes.
at daybreak.
It is very beautiful. It really is. And not to steal your words, but I was gobsmacked when I walked in there the first time. Like
Oh,
it's unexpected.
thanks.
It really is unexpected and it's kind of shimmery and it's beautiful. And again, yes,
Well,
it's the
every
perfect place
contractor
for a
kills it.
Barbie car to be parked.
When I pull in my garage now, I feel seen. I feel heard. I feel pretty. You
Yes.
know, like it was time. So I'm so happy and grateful that we were able to do it. I can now say I love my garage, and I've never, ever, ever said that before.
Yes.
So,
Well, that's not a phrase a lot of people say, because garages are usually storage, overflow, cars, lawn equipment.
mhm.
So to say, I love my garage and it's a place I want to be,
Yeah.
ah, that's
And
lovely.
Nicole and I are really enjoying it because the kids will play basketball, play with bubbles, play with toys. We have the fridge stocked with all the summer snacks, and I have our weights out there, so we do our little, weightlifting or whatever that we do, and so we're enjoying it. And like a lot of people, it's easier to access my home through the garage than to walk around the
Yes.
sidewalk to the front door. So everyone was always seeing my garage, and I would always say, I'm so sorry. Oh, I'm so sorry. Oh, this garage is a mess. Oh, we've got to I've been saying that for 10 years minimum. So now I'm like, hey, you want to come through the garage?
Yes, because it's not a garage as much as it's a showroom. Honestly, you need to put up little signs, flooring by, walls by.
Oh, I do.
Yes, so that when people
Yes.
come to tour, it's on the tour of homes. When people come to tour, they'll be like, "Look at this craftsmanship. Look at this beauty."
Well, I have had a lot of fun with it. So that has been really cool.
Yeah.
Next on the list, still that master bath and the back patio. We didn't do things in the order we had planned. It just worked out that way. So,
Yes. We will look forward to all of your home renovations and may all of them be, you can finally say, this patio is my favorite place to be. This primary bath is my favorite place to be. So,
yes, I'm hoping if I make enough very, very personal changes, Sean will never want to sell our home, right?
yes, yes. And you also have to say, what is it that you and Jason say? This is the very last time that I will redo this garage. This is the very last time that need to redo this
This is
patio.
the last pink garage I will ever have to pay for. Yes.
Exactly. Uh,
Well, also, your brother Jared built for me the most beautiful custom cabinet. It is so, so, so pretty. I want to whitewash it and make it
It's
even
gonna be
more
stunning.
beautiful, enhance its already
Mm-hmm.
perfect perfectionism. And here's what it has done. It has changed my kitchen storage situation immensely. And let me
Mm-hmm.
just start with saying two words: air fryer.
Right. Now, everyone understands what you're saying when you say that because no one has enough space, period. I don't care how big, how small your house is.
Mhm.
What you don't want on your countertop is an air fryer. And what's on your countertop? An air fryer, a toaster, a blender, a coffee maker, all the appliances.
An ice
And
machine, just so many dumb things.
right,
So many
right.
dumb things. And when Jared was over like measuring it, I said I would like for this air fryer. I'm holding my hands up 13 inches apart because that's how tall it is to go away. And he said, first of all, he said, "What's an air fryer?" So I showed it to him.
Okay. Yeah.
And then he measured it and he used that measurement to make sure that the bottom drawer was big enough. And it is so big enough to hold not only the air fryer, but all the other unsightly kitchen gadgets. So
Right.
listen, it's almost like someone gave me a new kitchen with this built-in cabinet
You were like,
situation.
look, I have countertops. Who knew these
Oh,
countertops were here?
it is phenomenal. If you don't think a cabinet can change your life, yeah, it can. That's what
Yeah.
I'm saying. Yes, it
I'm not
can.
just saying this. It is a really beautiful cabinet. You did a phenomenal job picking out exactly what matches your style. You had the perfect space to put it.
Yes.
He built it to make it look built into your kitchen, so
Yes.
it's seamless. And he loves to build custom things, and he you allowed him to take his time and really love a piece. And I have to tell you, he would often call me and I'd say, "What are you doing today?" Well, and he'd always say, "I built your friend Tanya the drawers that go in her cabinet," or "I finished the doors for your friend Tanya's cabinet." And he said, I'm really enjoying building this. He
Aw.
loves what he does. And so it was a gift to him to be able to build that for you. So thank you. Thank you for doing
Oh,
that.
well, yeah. I am very much the beneficiary of his gift. So thank you. Thank you, Jared.
Thank you, Jared.
Oh, okay. And so what else? The Laytons stayed with us for
Yes.
4 short days
Okay. You probably
during.
need to explain the
Yes.
Leightons.
Oh, okay. So in the Gateleys are Suzanne and Stan. And
Sure.
I'm being funny because then Leighton married Hunter Gately. So really it's the Gateleys, but when you think of the Gateleys, Sean and I think of Suzanne and
Suzanne and
Stan.
Stan.
And so I kept saying the Leightons are coming. And so now that's what we call their family of 5.
So Leighton, Hunter, and True and Baylor, June, and
And
little
Dawson
Dawson
Kate.
Kate
Uh-huh.
are the
They're
Leightons.
the Leightons.
Sure.
And she
That makes,
likes it. Uh-huh. She
well,
loves it, of course.
it makes perfect sense. And Hunter, of course, was like, absolutely, we should
Yes,
be
he
called
said
the
that they
Leightons.
are the
Yeah,
Leightons.
it
So
makes sense.
But it was a really, it was such a treasure in a time of immense grief.
Hmm.
Truett and Baylor June immediately took to Sean and which we melted, just melted. And I have a picture of Sean holding 2-week-old Dawson Kate in his left arm, putting together toys for True and
Aw.
Baylor June with the other hand. They were such a delight. They are beyond precious, all of them. And of course, Leighton just came in and laid that baby in my lap. And I was like, well,
I
I'll be here until further notice.
the sweetest little family. I thank you for inviting me over. I was there when they arrived, and it just was the happiest time to get to love and hug on them and see the kids. And oh
Yes,
my goodness, it's been a minute since I've seen True and Baylor June, and they've gotten so big. And
they
then
have.
Dawson Kate is just the sweetest baby and so precious. And that they traveled with the 2-week old. I mean, just bless
Yes.
them, you
That's
know?
so hard.
So happy
I'm
to
so
be here and
nice.
wrap them up.
They could not have made it without that RV.
Yes, bless the RV. Oh my
Yes.
goodness. Yeah.
So they rented an RV. Suzanne rode in it to help take care of Truett and Baylor June because Leighton, bless
Brand
her
new baby.
postpartum heart,
You're right.
was
You're right.
trying to nurse that sweet baby and take care of Dawson Kate. So it was, it was everybody, all hands on deck.
That's right.
And
That's
that
right.
allowed Leighton to get a little bit of rest and made it a little bit more comfortable for everyone. But they were the best house guests, and we loved every moment of them. And you and I just had the best time
Oh my
playing
goodness.
outside with the kids. Oh my
The
word.
best aunt moment, yes. And huge shout out to Hunter Gately, who drove an enormous RV all the way there and back.
Yes. I mean, I'm so impressed with
Hello.
that young man. I
Yeah.
have been in so many other ways, but they were having a bit of a terrible time with the air conditioner on the way back, and he just powered through and got them home.
Ugh, I
I was
hate
just like,
that because I
are
know it
you
was so
kidding
hot.
me?
So hot.
Yeah, they did a really, really good job. But
And I want to call out something. I know we had so much fun playing outside with True and Baylor June. And one afternoon we had a frisbee. And I'm not sure if True has ever thrown a frisbee before. I did not ask him, but we were out there, we are trying to throw the frisbee around. So I was kind of trying to show him, and this is hysterical because you know me. I I have zero coordination. I can't throw a ball, a frisbee, I can't catch anything. All the outdoor games are just difficult for me. But I'm going to show him in my very limited skill how to throw a frisbee. That child after 2 or 3 times, could throw a frisbee, could catch a
Mm-hmm.
frisbee, like spot on and throw it to people. I
I
think he
know.
needs to try out for the Olympics. Like the kid is amazing. So if you're
No, you're
listening,
right.
let's get that kid to the Olympics. He's a frisbee
Yes.
throwing, catching champion in the
First
making.
of all, like Leanne Morgan would say, he's a big kid. He's built like farming people. He is a he's a
People.
large child,
Yes.
and but he uses he's so coordinated. And
It
he
was
played
amazing.
basketball, and every time he would make a basket, he would say, "I'm killing it. I'm just killing it." I'd say, "Yes, you are. You're just killing it."
Uh, that reminds me of his Uncle Jarrett would say that. I'm killing it for sure.
Well,
I
and
love
then we
that.
got to meet Beth for the first time.
Oh, shout out to Beth. What a delight.
Yes.
I'm so glad that Jasa brought Beth over to meet us. She was
Hmm.
so much fun. We had such great conversation. And any friend of Jasa's is a friend of mine, is what I'm
Sure.
going to say.
Built-in
And
friends.
she walked right in just like we had known her forever. And we started up conversation. And yes,
That was so
Beth.
sweet. We had Jasa and Brooklyn and Beth and Leighton and Jordan and you and I, and we just all so and Nicole.
I was going to say,
Nicole.
and Nicole brought the kids over, and the kids were playing, and we were holding babies. And oh my goodness.
It was just the best, the best time during the worst of times. You need your
That's right.
people when you're grieving,
Yes.
and
Yes.
that was so good.
And you made the no-bake cookies, which were a huge hit. So shout out to you for the no-bake cookies and the cheesy rice that you made.
Listen, if nothing, I'm a one-trick wonder. I can do.
Well, I always say feed the people and they will come. They would have come
Mhm.
without you feeding them, but you know, those chocolate no-bake cookies were just icing on the cake, really.
Yeah, and Jason really liked the cheesy chicken and rice too. So I'm glad my food could minister to her stomach in a time such as that
Yes.
because she
Yes.
needed somebody to just tell her to sit down and eat.
Sit down and eat.
Hmm.
Absolutely. Yep.
Yeah, it
And
took
soak up
some
all the love.
convincing, but she went back for seconds, and I was
She
like, "Oh, thank goodness, thank
we
goodness."
were so proud. We were so proud.
That was a
So,
big feat, a big accomplishment for us to get her
mhm,
to eat. So that was fun.
yes. Yeah, so what else? You had a trip to Hot Springs.
Oh my goodness, I did have a trip to Hot Springs, finally able to meet baby Archer Ray,
Oh,
Mariah
I
and
love it
Chance's
so much.
beautiful baby boy. He's so stinking cute. Andy, Jordan, and Sean and I left on a Friday night, and on the way, it was kind of late. Mariah texted, "Hey, we're still up. If you guys want to stop." And before she could even finish that sentence, I
You're
was
like,
like, "Okay, we'll be there."
I'm I don't care how late it is.
So I got to meet him late on a
Oh,
Friday night.
oh
He
my
was just
goodness.
full of joy. He's just such a joyful little boy. And we got to spend Saturday with him, and Saturday evening was so fun. Okay, first of all, number one, let me tell you about the place they live in Hot Springs.
Okay.
Did it, when I sent you pictures, did you think I was at a resort?
I did. I thought they were going to Hot Springs. They have transported themselves somehow to
Gorgeous.
a resort far, far away. And you said we're in
Yes.
Hot Springs, and I thought I have been to Hot Springs many a time, many, many, many a time. Marla and Bill live there, and I have never seen anything like this in Hot Springs. I was gobsmacked.
Hmm.
Now, I will say every picture that you sent, I was focused on the baby. But when I stopped focusing on the pictures of the baby and looked at the place, I mean, I might have to move back to Hot Springs, is what I'm
I'm
saying. It was
telling you.
beautiful.
It was
Beautiful.
gorgeous. I've always said, I mean, for the last 30 years, the best interior design is in Hot Springs as
Okay.
far as Arkansas goes, because those beautiful lake homes,
Yeah.
designers have been designing them for ages. And I just think they have perfected and cultivated design in Hot Springs. I love, and especially where Chance and Mariah live. It's gorgeous. But we met in their lobby, which I was like, this is a lobby? This is a two-story lobby. The swimming pool was like a water park. I
It
mean,
was
pool does
gorgeous.
not, that's not the right word. It went
No,
from one side to the other.
it was huge and gorgeous blue and so such great seating and
Oh my word.
shaded areas. And I was expecting, waiters and cabanas, and
Yes.
I was having visions of Palm Springs, you know.
Was not, it's like, wait, did I just step into not Arkansas? Because this is
Right.
I mean, this is just so beautiful. But we loved it there. Their apartment is beautiful. They're on a ground floor, and their back patio opens to a courtyard with those beautiful, lights. Everyone hangs from pergolas and a
Mhm.
fire pit. And it's not the entire complex, it's just a few that are in the
Oh.
square. So on Saturday night, Sean and I ordered the most delicious deep dish pizzas I've ever experienced from this
Again,
place.
not
Yes.
things that you think Tanya's going to say. That is unexpected, folks. I don't think I've ever heard that sentence come out of your mouth before.
I right, full of surprises. Um, well, Michael has suggested a place called Maxine's. And
Okay.
so we were like, okay, let's do that. Let's order the kids' pizza. Listen, we got two. One would have fed us
Order
for
the
a month.
adults pizza.
We, so I just said, let me just go with a couple of things on the main menu. I'm not going to try to build one myself. Let me go with their suggestion. So they have one called the Hitman. Now remember, remember Hot Springs,
Well, it is Hot Springs. Yes, exactly.
a little bit of a shady past,
Right.
but it was Italian sausage, crumbled sausage, pepperoni, bacon, tomato sauce. I
It's
heard it was phenomenal. And
it sounds
then
like something the gentleman would enjoy.
the
Yes.
the boys ate it up. And then I got for Mariah and I, Jordan wasn't so keen on it, the Graduate, which was a pesto-based pizza with sun-dried
Say
tomatoes,
less.
artichoke hearts,
Okay.
grilled chicken,
Okay.
feta, and then
Yes.
mozzarella. I'm not done. I'm not done. Drizzled in Alfredo sauce. Can you even?
We might have to go to Hot Springs.
Yeah, we will. And we'll get half a slice of pizza.
That sounds. But you've said all the words I love. You started with pesto. Love it.
Oh
You
my
just every
goodness.
sun-dried tomato. Keep going. Artichoke hearts, chicken. Oh,
And putting all those
delicious.
things together on a pizza, you're like, well, that's a little bit iffy.
Yeah, that's
No, it wasn't. It was the best thing I've ever had in my life. Um, so Sean and I sat out on their patio while Chance and Andy and Jordan and Mariah and the baby
mm.
played games and stayed inside. Not stayed inside, but they played. We just wanted to give them their space. They didn't ask for
You
it, but
wanted them to be kids again.
yeah, I did.
Yeah, I
And
love
the
that.
laughter that was coming through the glass doors out to the patio. Like I just took a deep breath and was like, this is
Mhm.
the best thing. This is the best thing I've experienced in a long time. So Sean and I, we greatly enjoyed that. And then to top it all off, here I am miserable from eating this graduate pizza. Chance walks out and says, for you, madam. And he brings us homemade Pop-Tarts that he had just popped out of the oven.
Wait, that he made?
He made, he created, he put together. Yes.
Wait a minute. The last time you said Pop Tart, you were in Dallas, Texas. No. Were you in Dallas, Texas? There was a pumpkin Pop Tart.
I was in San Antonio,
Oh, you
Texas,
were in,
and there
okay.
was
It's in
a
Texas.
sweet potato pumpkin Pop
Sweet.
Tart, and it had a toasted marshmallow the size of your foot on the top. It was so good. Did I eat two? Yeah, I did.
Okay, so what I'm going to request,
Mm-hmm.
besides a trip to Hot Springs for us,
Okay.
to see the baby. But I mean
Yes.
pizza,
Yes.
but to see the baby. And then secondly, a homemade Pop Tart.
A homemade Pop Tart. Yes. So we got to choose between like a 3-berry blend or a chocolate, and we both chose the berry blend. And like we didn't have any room left, but we made some room. You just
Well,
gotta move around,
as
stand
you
up,
should.
you make some room, something that good. And he had sprinkled them with powdered sugar. And I was like, so anyway, here's how he did it. He took a croissant dough, rolled it
Okay.
out
Okay.
till it was thinner. And then he carefully, I mean, there was more that he did. I think there was some melted butter involved. I don't know. Then he carefully filled each one with whichever topping. He had gone to Kroger and got like the best jams in like a little jar, like a 4-berry and a 3-berry,
Mm-hmm.
and then some kind of specialty chocolate.
Yeah.
Then covered it with another rolled out, more thin crescent, pinched it together really tightly with a fork, popped it in the air fryer, flipped it over, and then did the powdered sugar on the top. And he served it to me hot, piping hot. I was like,
I'm
I
getting
don't
kind
think
of
I'm ever
hungry.
leaving this particular patio. I'm going to stay
Yeah.
here.
Yeah, I could see that. I mean, between the baby, the water, the pizza, and the Pop-Tart and the company.
That's what it was. It was the perfect
Yeah.
storm. It's not at all the word I was looking for.
It sounds so fun. Oh my word.
Yeah, it was
Oh,
hard to leave. It was hard to leave.
I'm sure.
But we roamed through downtown for fun on Sunday afternoon, and then we made our way home Sunday evening, and we just had the best time. We just had the absolute best time. Of course, any day with Mariah is my best day.
Yes.
But
Oh,
yeah, seeing
I
her
love
be a
it.
mommy,
Oh my
she's
goodness.
amazing.
That feels
She's
crazy
amazing.
to me that these girls are old enough. Ah.
Well, and of course, Jordan held the baby first, and I took a picture and I said, "What does it feel like holding your best friend's baby?" Because I've got to experience that, you know? I've been able to experience that with my friends, but maybe that's the first time she's experienced that with her friends.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
no, it was beautiful.
Listen,
I'm getting chill bumps just thinking
I
about it. It was
know you've
beautiful.
given me chill bumps. You've given me chill bumps too. Oh my
Okay,
goodness.
enough about me. Enough about me. What about you? You have been gone everywhere. Fill us in. First of all,
Woo.
vacation.
First of all, vacation. Okay, well, it has been many, many years. I'm going to tell you probably 20 years. Mark's family owns a beach house. I know, get so excited, a beach house, right? My favorite place in the world. It is probably not my favorite beach in the world. It is in New Jersey. So a little unconventional beach house, Long Beach Island, New Jersey. Most people don't know that New Jersey has an island
Hmm.
that's right off the side of New Jersey. So
That's so cool.
yeah, a little beach house on Long Beach Island. Mark spent all of his summers growing up going to that beach house, and so he has fond memories of aunts and uncles and cousins and all kinds of family. And it's not a super large house, but they would pack everyone in it. And so much like your PV Christmas, it was everyone's together and there's loudness and food and just, so all the family reunions in the summer were there. And so he was really delighted. The last time we were there, the kids were very small and they don't have a lot of memories of being at this house. And
Hmm.
so it was fun to watch him walk them around the house, which literally probably has not changed that much since he was a child. It's very, yeah, they have kept it very vintage, I will say. And so for him to share, this is the room my brother and I slept in, and this is the pier that we walked on, and, all the different things. This is where we played miniature golf and rode bikes. So that was fun. And I have to share this story. He has told us all for years that one of his fondest memories of going to the beach house is to go to this deli that would serve meatball subs, and he and his dad would get a large meatball sub and share it. And he has such fond memories of doing that with his dad. And so every time we've gone back, we've not been able to find this place. It's no longer open. All across the world, Mark McCrawdon will try meatball sub and say, well, it just doesn't compare to the one from my childhood, of
Aw.
course. And so the first day we were there, we're on the East Coast. And so it didn't dawn on me that the sun is going to come up and it's going to be bright at 5 a.m. in the morning. And so once the sun is up, Jen is awake. And so Evan and I are the early risers, and we went walking on the beach and got
Mhm.
coffee. And so on our way to get coffee, we walked past this little shop, and I said to Evan, what is that smell? It smelled so heavenly. And we walked in, and they were baking rosemary and oil focaccia bread.
Oh my goodness.
And it is just, oh, I can't even tell you. It is the most heavenly scent. And so we just stood there with our coffee. Evan was like, this is getting bizarre. And I said, no, we're stalking these people with their bread. And so as we were, there, we were looking at all the wines and the cheeses and all of the deli things. And I noticed that in their deli, they had lasagna, which I should have taken a picture to send you. It just was phenomenal looking. All the salads, all the cheeses. And I said, "Oh my goodness, you have meatballs." She said, "Yes, we make everything in house. You're welcome to eat now. It was 6:30 in the morning, but you're welcome to come back at lunch. We have a lunch crowd, and so we get back to the beach house, and I tell Mark, would you like to go try this sub?" And he, of course, is like, "Well, it probably won't be like from my childhood, but
He's
let's
been
go."
let down so many times.
I
He has
know
just
he
no
was
hope.
he was rehearsing grief before we even got
Yes.
there. And so we go and we order the sandwiches and we sit down at their little place to eat. And I'm not going to say anything. We're all just eating. We're with our adult grandchildren. We're having fantastic conversation. People are riding bikes up and down the street. The wind is blowing. We're getting ready to go to the beach. It's going to be a fun day. And he gets about halfway done with his sub. And I said, "So how is it?" And he said, "You're not going to believe this. This is almost identical. This is the closest we've
Stop
ever
it.
been." And he was so excited. So we finished the meal and we had eaten out on this little patio area. We go back in and Mark goes up to the counter and he says, "My compliments to the chef. That was phenomenal. I grew up," starts to tell the story. "I came here every summer growing up. Down the street a little ways, there used to be a deli. My dad and I would go to this deli." Well, as soon as he starts telling this story, a man comes from the back, from the kitchen area. And he says, "Yes." And he does this. Now, for the
You're
listener,
holding up 2
I'm
thumbs.
holding up my two thumbs and kind of wiggling my thumbs. And Mark gets this look on his face. So the owners of the deli that Mark remembers from childhood, they were brothers, and both brothers had 2 sets of thumbs. I don't know. Yes, I'm sorry. I can't make this up. It's a
It's not
genetic.
funny, but I
I'm
mean,
sorry. I should have prepped this story with you. My apologies.
oh my goodness.
So it's a genetic.
It's so many jokes going through my head that
Yeah.
I'm trying to
Okay.
filter
So
out and just not say.
2 brothers own the deli. 2 brothers,
Good
2 thumbs.
deli? Like
Good
really
deli.
good? Like would you give it 2 thumbs up?
4 enthusiastic thumbs is what I'm going to say to that.
Okay, I'm done. I won't say any more bad. Okay, I'm done.
So
I gotta
anyway,
control myself.
this fast forward to 2025, summer, just a few months ago. The man comes out from the kitchen and he says, "Yes, George." And he does the thumbs. And Mark says, "Yes, George." And he does the thumbs. And they just had this moment where finally this story that Mark has told a million years is being validated because someone else knows that George and his brother owned the deli and they had 2 thumbs. And Mark turns to us, all who are standing there, because he's told us the story a million times. And we're all like, "The thumbs."
Okay, questions about the thumb. Were they all functioning thumbs?
Girl, I got no idea.
Okay.
I
I
mean,
won't
no,
ask any more questions. I said I
yeah,
wasn't gonna do it, and then I let myself do it. I'm done.
I assume so. I mean, they had bread to make and meatballs and lasagna.
They were built for that.
They were, yes, they needed this is how they were so successful, Tanya.
Yes.
Anyway, this gentleman tells Mark that when George and his brother were ready to retire, he purchased the restaurant from them with the idea that he would keep the restaurant going. And he'd only been in the restaurant with George and his brother 1 or 2 times. And, how do you function? Where's everything at? And then Hurricane Sandy came before he could fully open it himself and wiped out that part of the street, took all of the businesses and homes off of that part of the street. And so he had to rebuild his restaurant. And he said, "All of the recipes and everything that you see here, I have had to recreate from memory because those recipes, we lost everything."
Wow.
And Mark said, this is he said, I've eaten a lot of meatball subs. And I was like, he has eaten a lot of meatball subs to try to find this one. And he said, you have nailed it. And so it was
Aw.
such a wonderful moment for Mark to be like, guys, I wasn't just making up this whole story about meatball subs. So that was fun. And it was fun to get to hang out with Mark's aunts. They are 96 and 94 years old. And they
Wait,
don't live.
96 and 94.
That's right.
Collectively, they're almost 200 years old.
That's correct.
So, wow.
And they don't live near the beach. They come down in the summer and stay there for a few weeks and pitter patter and, clean and do little things around the beach and enjoy their time together. And it's the cutest
Listen,
thing you've ever seen in your life. It
I
really
think
is.
90 is the new 70.
Honestly, they have the best
Remarkable.
life. They get up, they drink coffee, they do the crossword, they talk, they read books at the beach.
Yeah,
They watch Jeopardy at night. I mean, it's the most perfect life. It really is.
that's
They're
so
the cutest
sweet.
things. I loved it. I loved getting to hang out with them. So that was so fun. So that was vacation and going with adult kids. I can't recommend it enough. I loved when they were little, but going on vacation with your adult children is so much fun.
It is,
They can
isn't
help
it?
drive the car. They can
Mm.
pick the places we go. They enjoy the food. It's delightful. Truly, truly.
I, yes, I agree. It is fun to take your kids with you when they're grown. I think you said earlier your adult grandchildren. You just meant your adult children
Not my
because you have
grandchildren.
not even nary a one
I
grandchild.
have
But
nary a one, and I don't think that's on the immediate list anytime soon. I've heard. Emily says every time my mother or her grandmother, my mother-in-law, asks about great grandchildren, she says the clock resets. So I don't know what that means, but
oh, the clock. Okay, so don't ask her, is what she's
don't
saying.
ask. Hmm.
Okay. I
Yes.
mean, I wouldn't, but good to know.
Yes. So when you see her,
Hmm.
don't ask because the clock gets reset. We could be up to 25 years by now. I've no
I
no
mean,
idea.
really?
So the other thing that I've been doing, and then we can move on, is I've gotten to go with Jared to a couple of concerts lately.
Oh, fun. Which ones?
Yeah, so we went to go see Old Dominion
Okay.
and Jason Aldean, both here at the AMP in Northwest Arkansas.
Hmm.
And, growing up, this is what we listened to. The Gaither Vocal Band, because obviously,
Right.
and hymns, because
Of course.
church,
Of
and my
course.
grandparents, obviously, and
Yes.
then country music. And
Oh,
so those were our music genres. That's what we listened to. And so listening to country music with my brother, just, I don't know, it reminds us of our childhood. We have the best time together. We love to people watch. And I will tell you, concerts in Northwest Arkansas
oh,
that's
a
some
lot of good content there. Yeah.
phenomenal people watching
As
events.
Jordan said one time, I've never seen so many things done with an American flag as I have at a country western concert in Arkansas. They're just pants, shorts, boots,
Yes.
hair
Yes.
wraps.
Yes. We got to sit next to this really delightful couple from Oklahoma. They'd come all the way from Oklahoma for the concert, and their daughter is getting ready to attend the U of A. And so they wanted to, get into the Northwest Arkansas vibe and what do people do here and what are things their daughter might enjoy when she's going to school here. And so we got to talk to them and between shows and get to know them. And so that was fun. We got to know new folks in Northwest
Yes.
Arkansas. So that was fun.
Yes.
And, talk about all of the things that the kids are doing, which brings me to a point. Can we talk
Okay.
about something that the children are doing?
Yeah, what?
Okay. I need to hold both of your hands when I say this.
Okay.
Okay?
I'm here for you. What's happening?
The kids are done with flat sheets on the bed.
Oh,
I don't did I send you the Instagram?
yes, I did see that where the mom is just mad, gobsmacked.
Yes. I have been thinking about this and I want to say it's probably how our parents felt. My mother tried to give me a jello mold.
A jello mold.
Well, I think she
Yes.
might have gotten it from her. I'm not sure where the
Of
jello
course,
molds
they
come
were a
from.
thing. One didn't just make jello, one molded their jello and then plopped
Make
fruit
jello
and such into it.
right, willy-nilly in a bowl like
Right.
yeah.
Someone asked me when I was and forgive me if this were you, I don't think it is someone's list that's listening, but they offered me a recipe when I got married to their green jello.
Well, I
And it
don't
was
even know if
always
it's
full
that.
of unidentifiable objects. And I remember saying, oh, it's okay.
Yeah. I like cucumbers. I don't love green jello, but the combination of cucumbers
Yeah,
and
I
green
believe there were
jello,
grapes involved.
no, that's not the thing. That's not
Maybe
the
some
thing.
pistachios. I don't know.
Okay.
I just know there
It's
was
a
a
bridge
lot
too far.
of
Ew.
things, and I was just like, you know what? I'm gonna let it go. So what you're saying is they're like eschewing this tradition.
Yes. And here's the thing. Okay. We decided that jello molds were not going to work for us because ew. But when did the kids decide about the flat sheet? Was there a conference? Was there a
The
memo? Are they teaching classes in college called Throw Away Your Flat Sheets 101? Did the
Ugh.
Kardashians start this? I mean, where'd this come from? Because Emily acted as if she was like, we don't use flat sheets. Like,
What?
when did y'all start that? And I said, you most certainly did do flat sheets. And let me
Yeah.
tell you, I've washed your laundry plenty of times. I've bought more sheet sets than I can wave a stick at. And every darn time they had a flat sheet in it.
And the
And
key to
it was
what you
on your
just
bed.
said there is sheet set.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
We don't use flat sheet. False. You do use flat sheets.
So what is touching their skin when they sleep at
Oh.
night? A blanket?
Ew. I know.
Okay. So there's like a blanket or a cozy something touching their.
Ew.
Here's my question. Who is washing their flesh
Well, they're
touching
not.
blanket every week? That's
Well,
what I
they're
want to know.
not.
Here's what the flat sheet is for. Okay, it's time to have class with Mrs. Smith. It is a skin barrier. It keeps the gross things from your skin getting up, like the oils and we shed things, whatever, from getting up into the things you don't wash every single week. It is a skin barrier. Ew, it's so insanitary not to have a flat sheet. And clearly, I'm like a boomer saying this. But okay, yes, I get it's a bother. It gets sometimes
It's an
tucked
extra
under or
step.
this or that. But this is where the new generation needs to have some discipline. You
Okay.
have to
Yes,
take
ma'am.
pride in the use and the placement of the flat sheet and the daily
ma'am.
making of your bed and the folding over of the flat sheet. I did not teach
ma'am.
anyone in my life to be barbaric, Emily, especially
Barbaric.
it's barbaric.
It's It has to be stopped.
Okay.
It's a crisis.
I've never needed to stage an intervention more than I do now. Use a flat sheet, ladies. Use a flat sheet, gentlemen. It's not. Okay.
There's
I'm
a
getting
reason.
riled up. That's
Okay,
not good.
we're moving on to new things. Moving on to
No flat sheet. Are you kidding me?
Okay, I'm sorry. Do you remember when we would go to the movies? Okay.
That's
And
like
there was
sitting on a toilet with nothing else. Just like nothing else. Like there's the thing to put on the toilet, but you're just going to sit on it.
with your skin. With you.
Yes.
You. No, you can't do that.
Okay, I'm sorry.
Okay. Let's take a
Or,
deep
or
breath.
wearing someone else's underwear, You just might as well wear somebody else's underwear if you're not going to put a flat sheet on your bed.
Heard it here. You heard it here first, folks. You heard it here first.
Astonishing.
Oh, help. Okay, let's move on. I have a
I'll
question.
try.
Oh, blessings.
I'll try.
Okay. Do you remember when we would go to the movies and there was not really assigned seating? We would just
Back
get
in
it
the day.
back in the day.
When
Back in
we
the
were young.
ye 1900s.
Yeah.
Do you remember that?
Last
And
century.
we would
too.
we would just go and sit willy-nilly in a movie theater like
Oh, it was complete chaos.
Yeah.
Yes.
yes, and
Complete
it'd be like
chaos.
save me a seat because
Oh, how many friendships have been lost over the save me a seat debacle?
so
Because
many.
if it were a really crowded movie, you would have the movie attendant come and say, everyone, I need you to move. Everyone move to the right. No empty seats in between
And
anyone. Everyone
we
move.
would
And
do
then
this.
you would
because-
lose your seat. And
I
then
know.
then your friend would be like, where am I supposed to sit? Oh, I don't know.
I don't know because random strangers now sitting next to me over here.
Right. And then they would sometimes say you can't save seats, which I was like, huh.
Huh.
So I think we have, now that I'm looking back, maybe it was barbaric not to have a seat number. I get
Mhm.
that, but we have overcome.
Now, when you go to the movie theater, you have your own recliner. Thank you very much. And someone needs to bring you a Diet Coke with extra ice. Am I right or am I right? I mean, I'm right. I know I'm right.
Yep. Anyone who brings me a Diet Coke while I recline is my favorite person. So
Oh,
yes. Hmm.
okay. I'm gonna try to go in the running. So here's another one that I think is new that I'm approving of.
Okay.
Again, we're not approving of the flat sheet debacle, but I'm approving of this. So years ago, 5, 6, 7 years ago, Shauna and I were in San Francisco visiting, and we walked past something called a cat cafe.
Oh yes,
And we
yes.
stood in the window and watched all of these cats. I was gobsmacked.
Uh-huh.
People were in there playing with cats, drinking their coffee, eating their cookie, playing with cats. I never in my life would have thought of that. That was,
Isn't that so sweet?
yes,
There's
so they're
one here
everywhere now.
locally. I don't know if it's
Is
still here,
there?
but Jordan went to it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
And she just absolutely loved it. Well, no, I know it's still here. I know for sure it's still here. But
Okay.
absolutely. She absolutely loved it.
I can
Shauna would
imagine.
never go in.
Exactly.
Cheryl
Yes.
Prock never go in that
Yeah.
place.
Me, not so much.
Yeah,
But
but I wouldn't mind, to play with a kitten and then leave, you know,
yes, you
not bring
cannot, this
said
is not,
kitten
you're not
home.
shopping for
No,
kittens.
no, no. No.
This is not yours. Okay, so here's one I've just heard about. This is brand new. I don't think we have this in Northwest Arkansas, but let's just hear me out. Laundromat bars, like a laundromat cafe slash barista bar situation. Think about that. You have to
Okay.
sit there and get your laundry. I mean, your laundry's going.
Sure.
Why would you not have a comfy chair and a drink?
Um, okay, you are so smart. And do you want to
I
know?
mean, I didn't come up with it, but I mean, let's think about it. Seriously.
Here's a little secret of mine. I
Okay.
have always thought it would be so fun. And I know that it's not, but I'm telling you, I have always thought that it would be so fun to own a laundromat. So now, what I'm imagining is a reclining chair, Diet Coke, dim
Obviously.
lighting. We can
Mhm.
pipe in some kittens and puppies running
Okay.
around, and then the smell of Downy Fresh clothing in the air.
Stop me when you hate it.
We
I
could
love
sell memberships.
Yes.
Okay, I
I
think we
love
might have a
this.
thing here, honestly.
Okay. I'm
Yes.
we're okay, we're gonna
We
talk
can have
business.
activities there, events, live events. Everybody come
Yes.
everybody come wash your flat sheet today. It's flat sheet washing day. And for
Listen,
you barbarians that don't have one, come wash your blankets.
please wash your blankets. Please wash your blankets. If you don't have a flat sheet, wash your blankets
You're
constantly.
so right. That would be fun.
I think it would be the greatest fun in the world. I love this idea. Because what do you do with that time while you're sitting there while it's washing and drying?
Well, I mean, I'm going to be honest. I have a washer and dryer at home, so it's not something I
Well,
experience that often, but a lot of people do. And the times that I have gone, I'm washing something in a like extra large, heavy duty,
mhm,
washer
mhm.
because it's like bulky, like
Right, like your big comforter or
exactly.
sleeping bags or something like that.
And I
Yes.
didn't know what to do because it's a long time to sit there and just be
Yes.
in
I'm
those
gonna I'm
plastic
gonna
chairs that are all together on the stick.
hard. It's hard.
Yeah.
It's not fun. I'm gonna say this one more time for anyone listening who might be working for Walmart. We're
Mhm.
talking about combos that work.
Mhm.
We have the
Don't give
cafe
them
in
our
the
idea. No, no, no.
huh?
We can make this work. Don't go giving away our
Oh no, the
our
laundromat
this is
is
a think
ours.
tank, Jennifer.
The
This is a
laundromat
think
is
tank.
ours. They just need when you go to pick up your groceries at Walmart, they just need to fill my gas tank with
Hang
gas.
on, I gotta
That's
plug my computer in.
oh, please do. I hate it when we just lose power in the middle. Oh,
That's happened on before. It's
I know. I
one
know
time
it's happened
before it
before.
happened.
I know it's happened before. I think it's time for you to tell the listeners the story about the new thing that you've joined that you're going to every week and how that happened. How did you join the new
Oh,
experience that you're
the
going to?
chiropractor. I was
Yeah,
like, I don't know. What did I join? Is that where we're going next?
that's
Okay.
where we're going next.
I will tell you that I have a very good functional chiropractor. I knew I wanted a functional chiropractor, and I know that sounds strange, but I knew that's what I preferred. And so I found one had great ratings and reviews. Now listen, I've gone like 10 or 12 times. Remarkable experience.
Okay.
First of all, my pain is gone. Everything is feeling a lot better. I am probably 40% improved in less than a month. And
That's
that's
amazing.
pretty remarkable
Hmm.
for people that fall off ladders and fall face down in the garage like me.
Hmm.
More to come on that later. But so listen, here's what happened. And like people shouldn't let me go alone to places with my wallet is what I'm saying to you.
Sure.
Because I went day one, I had all the scans and the x-rays and blah blah blah, had all of that done. They walked through everything with me. It took a very long time to get all of that done. They were very explanatory, detailed in their descriptions of everything. And I was very appreciative of that. And they said, well, we're not going to adjust you today. I was a little disappointed. Come back Monday. I
You were
was a
like,
little
it's like a
disappointed.
timeshare. Like I have to listen to the spiel.
Yeah. But like
Yeah.
I sought you out. Okay, anyway. So I came back. They so nicely called me over the weekend, said, we've reviewed your x-rays and your scans. There's nothing here we don't feel like we can't address for you. Oh, that's phenomenal.
It is.
So
They took time.
went back in on the Monday and they said, okay, well, I filled out all the paperwork. When you're 50 and people say, fill out your history, you're like, I don't know. I don't have time for this. Like,
Can we do the short version where I just say my back is messed up
when
and
I
I
was
need you to
25,
fix it?
yeah. When I'm 50, I'm like, you don't even want to know. You don't want to know.
I don't even know if I can recall all my medical
Right. I think
history
I
at
had
this
a
point.
surgery. I don't know. I have slept since then. So I feel like I wrote a novel, and then this nice lady took me into a very tiny room. I can't even describe to you how tiny this room was. And she said, I'm just going to let you watch this short video. And after you watch the video,
Mhm.
I'll come back in. We'll discuss it. We'll see if you have any questions, and we'll go from there. It was it
I'm,
was it was
I'm
42 minutes. It was 42-minute video.
a,
I
mo-
began to
a
feel like I
movie?
was going, like my soul was going to leave my body and run out of the room.
Wait, did you have popcorn, snacks? Did anyone
No,
bring you a recliner and a Diet? Listen, if you didn't bring her a recliner and a Diet Coke, she can't sit still for that
I was
long.
not prepared. I didn't know this was going to be my situation. The room was kept getting smaller and smaller and smaller. So I opened the door for a little, I don't know,
Mental.
ventilation, was getting a little claustrophobic, and I was thinking, I don't it's everything I never wanted to know about functional chiropractic. I mean, I respect it, but I don't want to study it. I want you to do the thing on my back and I walk out the door. That's what I called for. So, by the time that I left that day, I had signed up until October. I had signed up until October. But I'm going to tell you, I would have signed guilty to a murder at that point. I
Just
would have
let me,
confessed to a
please let me
crime
go.
I never committed to get out of a 42-minute lecture on functional chiropractic medicine.
Well, I
And
think what you did is you signed up for the chiropractic cult.
I, I listen, the hazing and the entry, it's very difficult. It's very, what is it called when initiation was tough.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
But I think maybe only the strong survive. Maybe
Yes.
that's like if you can make it
That
through
is.
this,
Mm-hmm.
sitting in a hard chair straight back for 42 minutes with no refreshment, we think you might be able to handle functional
Yes.
chiropractic medicine. Never let me go anywhere again by myself.
Okay. Yes, ma'am.
I'm now going 3 times a week.
Yes. Yeah.
It's my full-time
said,
job.
I said, you joined a chiropractic cult. You will have to go every single
Yeah.
day.
I mean, it's the
Yes.
best cult I've ever been a part of.
Well, without a doubt. You
But
can move
yeah.
your back and your neck. look at you as a fully functioning
He
human.
adjusted my foot this week, and I was like, "Pfft, what
Who
can you
knew?
not do?"
Okay.
I know.
If he could adjust my attitude, I would like to have a conversation.
I want to ask you, what would your attitude be with
Yeah.
being accosted with a 42-minute video that you're forced to watch before
Not
you can
good.
give them your
Not good.
money?
I just got to tell you, it's not going to be a good attitude. This is the kind of thing that happens. You call customer service, or you're just trying to live a life.
Yeah.
You're just trying to do the basics.
Mhm.
And they say, please stay on this line for a short survey. Tell us how we're doing. I don't think you want me to tell you how you're doing right now. I
I
think the
love to give a
last
good
thing you
review.
want is my opinion
Yes.
at this moment.
Listen,
Yeah.
I'll give a good review all day long. A bad review, I don't know. I don't need to go there. I don't need to go there it's, things can come back to haunt you, I guess, maybe is what I'm saying.
Yeah.
But you know why I was at the chiropractor.
Well, I know why you were at the chiropractor, but if you don't tell the audience, I have to, because it is one of the best stories
It's a
ever.
classic Sean Smith and also a classic Tanya Smith.
It couldn't be more Smith if you
This will
tried.
probably be our last story before we close. So I'll make it a
Hang
good
on.
one.
Hang on, friends.
As you know, we've been doing a lot of remodeling around the Smith house. New doors, new garage floors, etc. So I went to the Home Depot with Sean, picked out a new back garage patio door. It has the giant dog flap and a window. It's very fancy, basic patio door.
Listen to me. You have a very upscale garage, and no regular door was going to do. We need the door with all the bells and whistles.
Listen, and it took so long for this door to come in. I don't know if they just started on it the day that I ordered it. I'm not sure. But it was a very long process. So a couple of men from Home Depot, I think it's a subcontracting situation, came out, measured the door, and they said, okay, here's measurements. Here's the door that you're going to order. Okay, fantastic. Waited and waited. And I finally called, hello, still waiting on that door. And they're like, door? What door? Oh, my word. So finally the door arrived. It arrived the day that the Leightons got here.
Absolutely. Why wouldn't it? That makes perfect sense to me.
And it was, he had to tear out the casing. It was a whole thing. It took him all day. So Sean went out there to check on him. Sean comes back in. There's a house full of people. And he looks at you and he says, Jen, have you seen the contractor in the garage? And you're like, no. And you're thinking do I need to do something? And he said, well, he's a hunk.
I know. I was like, I'm
He's
sorry.
a hunk of a man.
What? Sean Smith, what?
He goes, listen, Tanya needs a new garage door. So she goes and picks out the most hunky contractor she can find. Okay, none of this is true. To come and put this door in. Have you seen this guy? And then he tells you to go look at him.
No, he doesn't tell me. He goes, go out there and look at him. He commands me to go do it. And he says, Tanya goes and orders a door and then picks out the hunkiest contractor she could, they put a picture of who they're sending to install your door so you could pick him. So then I go out there, and as I'm walking to the garage, I'm like, what am I doing? Why am I doing this? I can't just go out in the garage and say, hello, sir. I just came out to check out your level of hunkiness, I guess. So then I'm embarrassed, and Sean is following me out there to go see this guy because he wants to see my reaction. So, so he introduces himself. I introduce myself. I have to say something ridiculous like, do you need anything? Can I help you? I would be able to help you put a garage door in. What am I even doing standing there? It's very obvious that I've interrupted his work for no apparent reason whatsoever. So then I have to come back inside and get him something to drink because, it is 104 degrees outside. And I've weirdly gone out and introduced myself
to my garage door installer.
And so we get back inside, and I'm trying to make a drink for him, and Sean's like, what did I tell you? What did I tell you?
Okay, so he's a very nice man and does not deserve to be stared at in this way.
He does not.
Or talked about in this way. He's just living his own life and doing good, honest work for a living. But he had to come back a couple of times as one does, right? As one does. And so um Sean said, "You need to take him some sweet tea." Sean was having pity upon him at one point, and it was so hot. Hello, Arkansas, it's the corn. And so I made him my famous, listen, I'm a two-trick pony, the sweet tea.
Mm-hmm.
And I asked him if he would like some, and he was like, "You bet." And I took it out to him, and I laughed because he took a drink, and it was a Hallmark movie situation, and he wiped the sweat off his brow, and he said, "That's the best sweet tea I do believe I've ever tasted."
He's very Hallmark movie. Absolutely. He could star in his own Hallmark movie.
I
I'm
laughed
going to give
out
it to
loud.
him.
Couldn't wait to tell Sean. It was so cute. Um, so anyway, then he had to come back a third time. God love him. He was so tired of coming to our house.
Well, and at this point, Sean is starting to think that you really are asking him to come back for no
Right.
apparent reason
Like I'm just
whatsoever.
making up
He's
things.
now living at your home.
Like the door, something wasn't quite right, and water was coming in under it. So there was a legitimate reason to say, "Hey, what do you think this could be?" And he was like, "Oh my goodness, well that shouldn't be. I'm going to come back out there." So he had to come and look and see what the problem was. So on that day, when he said, "Hey, I'll be there after work. I'll just look at it today, figure out what I need, and then I'll come back the next week," because it was 4th of July weekend or whatever. So Sean and I are in the garage together, and we hear this, and Sean goes, "Who in the world is that?" And he looks out and he goes,
I can only imagine.
"Well, of course," because this person that Sean refers to only as Hunky Contractor
He has a name.
is in very tight jeans, and I don't know. He takes off his helmet, he puts on his ball cap, and he walks over, and Sean goes, "Are you kidding me?"
He definitely fits the part.
It's
Yes.
hysterical by this point.
It is. Yes.
So as we're saying goodbye, I would like to tell you I'm so proud. I bought the cutest pair of wide-legged pleated top black pants at my favorite store in downtown Rogers. Had a cute little top on with them. Sean and I were going out. We were going to go out and eat after the contractor left. And so the three of us were standing in the garage, and it just time kept going, and the two men just kept talking. And Jordan had said that she was going to be out on a Facebook Marketplace run. She said, "If I call, answer the phone." Or maybe it was
Yes,
she was at
ma'am.
the shop. I don't know, whatever. But that was her instruction. So I'm standing out there with the two of them. They're talking. I look at my watch. I don't have my phone. And I say, "Oh no, I have to go get my phone." But then the pointy toe of my black shoe got caught in the hem of my wide-legged pant. And in one fell swoop, I said, "Oh, I've got to," and then I fell flat down on my face, flat down in the garage.
I should have
Envision
laughed.
this, if you will. You're just talking to someone, and then they
Hunky
just turn and fall
Contractor.
flat down.
Only you. Only you. Oh my word.
I
love
caught
it so
myself
much.
with my hands, and then I popped up because
As if they didn't see you.
and I just walked inside. Jordan called, and I was laughing so hard I was wheezing. I was doing that high-pitched whistle thing.
Where you're not
I was like,
breathing. Yes.
"You're never going to believe this. You're never going to believe what I just did." And then she was laughing so hard we couldn't talk to each other.
Oh, I love
So,
it.
in a nutshell, that's why I've been going to the chiropractor.
Yes, yes. It's definitely Hunky Contractor's fault that you're at the chiropractor. 1000%. Oh my word. I love that story so much.
Oh,
Ugh.
yeah. I'm glad you do.
Oh, goodness.
Well, Jen, do you have anything? Do we need to talk about anything else, or do we need to wrap this thing up?
We probably need to wrap this up. Friends, we've covered a lot today. Garage renovations, family visits, art cafes, Gen Z's betrayal with the flat sheet. And
right.
Tanya, near death experience in your garage floor.
I didn't fall so much as I gracefully collapsed in
Okay.
front of hunky contractor and Sean. It was the sweet tea or it was the heat. I don't know. Maybe just gravity. But I got up and I kept decorating. That's what I did.
As one does, obviously. Well, friends, we hoped you laughed and you nodded along and maybe even you got inspired to paint something pink or defend your flat sheet with honor.
Yeah, that's right. Because here at the Superlatively, yes, we believe in good garages, cold Diet Coke, loud
Amen.
laughter, and saying yes to whatever brings you joy. Whether it's baby cuddles or pizza piled with every topping known to man.
Yum. Okay, friends, don't forget to follow and share and maybe invite us to your next bookstore, laundromat, cafe, concert, kittens on the couch situation.
Oh, that sounds so cozy and good.
Mhm.
Okay, so
Mhm.
we'll bring the popsicles and the Bluetooth speaker. Until next time,
Bye, friends.
say yes to your superlative life. We love you, and goodbye.